So with the recent events surrounding Dragon Ball Super Episode 50, today guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into the official conversation between Black Goku, Whis, Beerus, Trunks, and Vegeta as we discover more answers as to who exactly Black is and how exactly he was able to move throughout time. Now, as you guys can see on your screen, during the early portions of the episode, Black said, "I see," so it was time travel. So Black had no idea what exactly had happened, but just as Black had arrived, Beerus and Whis actually noticed something, which Whis pointed out, "Beerus-sama, take a look at his right hand," and it was a very serious tone, and in which case we see Black spotting Vegeta and then also spotting the god of destruction, Beerus, and that's when we said it seems like something strange is going on. Just who is that guy? And Trunks was like, "Bastard, how did you come here?" And Black said, "Apparently I came through the same path in space and time that you went through. Perhaps you called me here to die by my hands." And that's when Vegeta told Trunks you can't win against him right now because Trunks is going to go ahead and charge him, obviously being very emotional. And during that whole sequence, Goku flew up and he told Black, "You look just like me," obviously being very naive. And that's when Black responded by saying, "Nice to meet you, Son Goku." And then that's when Goku said, "I don't know what kind of person you really are, but I heard that you're strong, so take me on." And that's when Black replied by saying, and I want you guys to pay attention to this part as you guys can see on your screen, he said, "It's an honor. I've always wanted to fight you in this body." What does that mean? Now, a lot of people have been talking about Captain Ginyu. I really doubt this is Captain Ginyu. 99.99% sure that it's not Captain Ginyu. But that's when Goku replied by saying, "Huh? What does that mean?" And of course, Black's response was, "There's no need for you to understand that." And then that's when he attacked him. And then down on Earth, we see Beerus. He was like, "Goku versus Goku, huh? That's rather interesting." And then we pan on over to the mountain area where Goku was laying there after Black's attack. And Goku responded by saying, "That wasn't all of your strength, was it?" And that's when Black said, "I'm happy that you're evaluating me against you." And that's when Goku became a Super Saiyan, and Black's like, "A Super Saiyan, huh? So this is the power of a Super Saiyan Goku." And Goku responded by saying, "It seems like you're just like me, getting all excited against a powerful opponent, right?" And that's when Black increased his power, and Goku was just like, "Oh wow, his power increased." And that's when Black responded by saying, "The strongest fighter of the great warrior race, show me more of your power." So obviously he was baiting Goku in, and even Krillin and Piccolo noticed, as you guys can see on your screen, by saying that Black person's power keeps rising. And that's when, Trunks pretty much asked everyone, he was like, "What's wrong with Goku? Why isn't he using the power that he used against me?" And Vegeta replied by saying, "Kakarot has a bad habit of not fighting seriously at the beginning." And that's when Goku pretty much told Black, this was kind of funny, he asked him, he was like, "What are you waiting for?" And Black pretty much said, "Well, I can ask you the same thing." And Goku responded by saying, "I'm waiting for you to use your full power." And Black replied by saying, "There's no need to rush for things, let's just have some fun for a little while." And that's when Beerus said, "That Black guy is quite powerful. This isn't Son Goku fighting Son Goku. That Black fellow's ki feels very different. It's strange." And that's when Goku said, "If you're not going to use your full power against me, then I will force you to do so." So obviously Goku's trying to force this person to using his full power, in which case Goku does get the better of Black, in which case Black replies by saying, "This is great, do what you wish, this pain will make me even stronger." And Goku replies by saying, "There's something seriously wrong with you, man." And everyone notices that his power kept getting stronger and stronger, his power kept rising, and Piccolo replied by saying his power just keep going even further. And that's when, with all the intense action going on, the time machine pretty much flipped over, and Trunks replied by saying, "The time machine," and Black noticed quickly what Trunks had said, and he said, "So that's the time machine. Did he use time travel by using that?" And that's when, pretty much Black wasn't looking at towards Goku's direction, and Goku replied by saying, "Don't look away," and that's when he punched Black square in the gut. And then right as they're engaging in battle, the time portal that Black used to get here was kind of sucking him back in, and that's when Black replied by saying, "Is the distortion of time and space returning me back to normal?" And that's when he pretty much, before he disappeared, he destroyed the time machine, and that's when everyone was like, "Hey, so what happened to that guy?" And that's when Piccolo said, "I can't sense his ki, he completely disappeared." And that's when Beerus replied by saying he did not disappear on his own free will. Most likely when the time machine came through, it caused a distortion in time and space. The power of the ring of time responded to the distortion and brought Black into this era. So obviously the distortion responded to the ring, and that's what Whis pretty much said, but the distortion fixed itself and returned itself back to its normal state. And at the time, the ring of time pulled Black back into the area in which he came from by force, pretty much saying, well, he just ran out of time. And Black responded by saying, by actually coming back into the future and saying, "I came back, so this is the true powers of a Super Saiyan Goku. I was able to embed his fighting style into myself. It will make my powers even more perfect." Now, just by saying the word perfect, some people might say, "Oh, well, this is just perfect Cell." This is not Cell. This is not Ginyu, guys. This is an unknown entity who was actually embedded Goku's fighting style into his own mechanisms, I guess, because he's trying to be like Goku. And he also says, "I can't go back into that era anymore. Oh, well, the time machine was destroyed. Trunks cannot go anywhere from that era anyway. Finally, the one who I fought against me, the person that fought against me and tried to prevent me from destroying stuff in this era is finally gone." So he was happy about that. He was happy that Trunks is no longer there. Obviously, he wants to command justice. He wants to destroy everyone on Earth. But even after we pan back over into the past, Trunks said what happened to that guy. Even after Father and Goku told me and agreed to fight together for me, there is no one in the future that can stop that guy. And then pretty much Trunks was very sad. He was very emotional. And then finally he said, just as that guy said, he will annihilate all of humanity. And that's when Goku approached Trunks, because obviously he was sad that the time machine was destroyed. And Goku asked him, how strong was he now compared to the time you fought him in the future? And then Trunks replied by saying, compared to the future, he was just a little bit stronger. And Goku's like, not a lot, but just a little bit, right? And that's when Vegeta interrupted by saying, in that case, there's nothing to worry about, because Kakarot's true power is far greater than this. And just for the record, the same goes for me as well. And Trunks was confused. He was like, what are you talking about? Obviously referencing Super Saiyan God. And that's when Vegeta told Trunks, well, a lot of things happened, so you're gonna have to just bear with us on this. And that's when, you know, pretty much everyone said Black Keys kept growing rapidly while he was fighting against Goku. We don't know his true potential either. So obviously, while Black was fighting Goku, he was able to pretty much grow and unlock more of his powers and just gain more out of that as he was fighting Goku. Very similar to Hit, because as Hit kept improving during Goku's fight, we see Black also improve during Goku's fight as well. So that's when pretty much Beerus said, well, with all this, humans can no longer manipulate time so easily. And that's when we said, but we also discovered another problem. Did you notice the ring that Black was wearing on his right hand? Only a Kaioshin is allowed to use that. It was the Ring of Time. And that's when everyone was like, wait a minute, so is Black a Kaioshin? And Beerus replied by saying a Kaioshin would not look like Goku. And that's when Trunks said, so who exactly is Black? Everyone's saying, well, we don't really know that. A Ring of Time is only used to travel to the future and then return back into the present. Using it to travel into the past should have been impossible. Even in the world of the gods, traveling in the past is strictly prohibited. After all, manipulating time is a serious offense. But if that ring can be used to travel in the future, please lend me the ring. That's when Trunks asked that to Beerus, and Beerus was like, it's one thing after another with you people, and that really annoys me. Maybe I should just destroy you after all this mess. I am the god of destruction. The only one that has the Ring of Time is a Kaioshin. And that's when he told Trunks, you and Black are really troublesome in this case. And that's when pretty much they said, you know, it won't work. Black cannot travel throughout time on his own free will. So that right there just tells me that Black cannot, you know, just maneuver throughout time on his own free will, which is good. And then Goku said, well then, unless we go into the future, I can't fight Black. And that's when Whis pretty much said, I can only rewind time to do that only for 3 minutes, and that's my only limit. So the limit here is the fact that Whis cannot take anyone to the past. He can't take anyone into the future. He can only, you know, reverse time for 3 minutes, and that's it. So Black obviously is on the run. He's back in the future. Now, several things that I do want to point out is, number one, the Ring of Time actually looks like the Time Breaker logo that we see in Xenoverse 2, that we see with Mira and Toa. Although I highly doubt that this ring has anything to do with Mira and Toa and the Time Breaker stuff. I really highly doubt that. The one thing that we have to point out here is, number one, where exactly did Black get that Kaioshin ring? If that ring actually belonged to a Kaioshin, was he the one responsible for killing off the Kaioshin that helped Trunks train in preparation for Deborah and Babidi? I mean, because as of right now, we don't really know, you know, who Black is, what his true potential is. Even stated by Goku that, you know, he kept growing during this battle, and obviously he kept getting stronger. Although he was somewhat losing, he still adapted Goku's moves. He adapted Goku's powers. He even encouraged Goku to use his Super Saiyan form more, because he wanted to see what the strongest warrior from the Great Warrior race can do when more of his powers are unlocked. So obviously Black was baiting in Goku. As you can see during the dialogue portion, he did tell Goku that obviously it was an honor to fight him using that body. It's very strange, even pointed out by Beerus, by saying if Black was actually Son Goku, they would have very similar ki, but in this particular scenario, they both have very different ki, and that's very strange. And of course, the reason why he referenced Goku using more of his powers, he wants to see what Goku can really do. And obviously, as you guys saw when he went back into the future, as he fell down, in which case is very odd. Comment down below, guys, and let me know why exactly you guys feel as if he fell down. And he was clenching onto his chest. Now, that's very reminiscent to when Goku had the heart virus. Not saying it's the actual Goku from that timeline that caught the virus, but it seems very reminiscent because the way he was clenching onto his heart, the way he was clenching onto his chest, he was in pain, but he adapted that pain. He wanted that pain to, you know, just be there so he can use that as fuel. But leave your thoughts down below, guys, as to what you guys thought about the dialogue, and what are your overall thoughts on Black destroying the time machine. Obviously, they have a new time machine, so perhaps maybe Goku and Vegeta are going to go back into the future to try to stop this man, because obviously he wants to destroy Earth. Mai is still alive out there, so Mai has a huge role to play here. So comment down below, let me know your overall thoughts, guys, as to Black's powers and what is Black's true potential. Comment down below, let me know, guys. Once again, thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. That way you guys don't miss all latest news, information, and updates for Dragon Ball Super. If you guys are stoked for episode 51, punch that like button right in the face, guys. Leave your thoughts down below. Tune in for the next video. Again, I'm excited because this just means that Black is hiding his true potential. Obviously, he's baiting Goku in, and of course, towards the very end, Beerus kept stressing the fact that they should just give up. That's when Whis pretty much, reversed his own words against him, and he was like, well, if you want to eat this this fish sausage and stuff, you're gonna have to give up, right? Because you thought that you ate them all, but I actually had one saved up. So who knows? Maybe Beerus and Whis are gonna allow Goku and Vegeta to travel back into the future and stuff. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching once again, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys. God bless. Peace.